Okay, guys, now we're doing my universe mode. I obviously made one, but I'm gonna make a new one. You're gonna see here. So I downloaded Brock Lesnar. Unfortunately, due to everything that's going on, Brock Lesnar is not available. But you could go to Create a Wrestler. Go over there to their whole thing and just download them on their whatever. And they made a bunch of good ones out there. But this one was my absolute favorite. Thought it was truest to who he is, especially from Here Comes the Pain. Kind of looked a lot like him, so that was pretty cool. So here you go. You're selecting a brand. Um, I'm hoping that now that he's back on the roster, that they somehow update him or put him in a DLC. I think it's so stupid you can't play as him, even though he's in freaking, he's in freaking everything. So that's when you think WWE, you think of Brock Lesnar, but especially now, it's like, hey, you can't get the ponytail Brock, but you could go against him. Very stupid. So I don't know. So it's good to download them. I wish that they actually update, with the DLC, and you could actually have them and play them. Otherwise, it just feels stupid. The fact I can't get Goldberg already makes me pissed because I would have loved to. I thought that even though it's kind of dull. I always like to have a super character like that, like Lesnar and Goldberg, just to mess around and have fun, like Hell in the Cell. So, anyways, here we go: Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, and this is going to go down exactly how it should have went down because obviously Vince loves the Rock's family. And they gave they gave Roman Reigns. I cannot stand him. Everything he wins is through cheats. Kind of feels like, DX used to do the same thing, but I think they were more creative. I just don't think he's a good. I think he needs a lot of work on his acting. I think he needs a lot of work on a lot of things. But the guy suffers in real life, suffered from. I don't want to get too much into it, and it hits home a little bit too hard. And I wish him nothing but the best. I actually met him several times. He's a really nice guy. I just don't think he is. To make him go against someone like Brock Lesnar and have him win, I don't care even if he cheats, was just stupid. It was just so dumb. I understand in passing, passing the torch, but do it with others. This is just dumb. Like when Hulk Hogan was extremely old and going up against The Rock, who's charismatic, energetic, and really strong, it made sense. But when Brock Lesnar is in shape, he's still training really hard, doing this stuff. The guy is an alpha male, and to just bring him in to lose to this, like, freaking guy that would have been an intercontinental at most champion back in the day when the championships actually made sense before they gave featherweights the world title. So I'm just saying, when it actually made sense to be a heavyweight, it just doesn't make sense anymore. The whole thing that Vince did, and you could clearly tell they loved the family, and I get it. They worked hard for it, but it made it really dull. And you could see they're just making so many bad moves. Like they brought The Rock. They thought it was going to be a good idea instead of Cody Rhodes versus him, which I think is already done to death. It's just so stupid already. Because Cody Rhodes had him beat, and then, but in real life, I would think Roman Reigns would beat Cody Rhodes. But the thing is, I'm saying you have him go against Brock Lesnar, and it was just so stupid. You bring Goldberg in, he's like, hey, okay, let me bring Goldberg in, and just, hey, at the, old age, do me a favor, take a hit. Just let him beat you around and beat you, and that's it. And it was just very stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Should have just had him and build this character into being somebody big. I mean, looks like freaking Aquaman. People make jokes about that, and he even has a good sense of humor. I just don't think he's a good wrestler. To be called, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Unless you guys are fans of his, I could understand that, but I'm a fan of his when he was on The Shield. I loved it. I thought it was freaking awesome. I would have loved him better if he was like an intercontinental champion, not a main card. But, they did everything in their power to make him set And the whole bloodline angle, I never was a fan of to begin with. It just, they laugh in the middle. It was just very stupid. The acting was horrible with Jimmy and, and Jay. But the thing is, now it's starting to build up. But even when you see the twins and they're looking at each other, and right now they're calling each other out and all that, it just looks so fake. It doesn't look real. You could almost tell that they're smiling. And, he comes in and he's like, a kid in school acting like, like a little kid. Just, you could tell he's holding in his laughter and trying to put on a mean face. It just looks so stupid. I never liked the bloodline, ever. I thought there was so many other factions that could have been great. And I don't know. Who knows? Maybe now the story will finally be over and he'll lose and, we'll see what happens. But you saw what happened. Like, they tried to put The Rock and him to go against each other. It's like, what would you do? Make The Rock lose and to Roman Reigns and then what? Like, it's just, wait another year till Cody finishes the story. I'm so glad the fans were like, oh, Rocky sucks. Even though I am a big fan of The Rock. I think he's a great guy. Met him also a ton of times. Really nice guy, a person as a person. You could see he even was like on YouTube. He buys his, family stuff. He does a lot of good work. He's a great guy. I don't know. I'm so happy that the fans actually ruled it out. So, I don't know. I'm not a big fan to say, oh, Cody versus him again, because obviously they're going to cheat again. It's just going to be stupid. The only thing I think that would be cool is The Rock comes and becomes a traitor to the bloodline and makes him lose. Or what happens is Solo Sikoa comes, and this is going to be probably way grander than anything. Rikishi comes back. And then what happens is he makes Roman Reigns lose, and then, I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. So see what I mean? Like, you could just spear, he had all his energy drained, and then he speared, and he could have just covered me. So he has a fighting chance. It was pretty cool that they do that. Look at the countering system. It's so easy to counter. But that would be so cool if, like, Rikishi could come in and just, like, make him lose, and then afterwards, you got that whole bloodline all messed up, and that's it. Well, if this has to go on another year, I mean, it's just tiring. It kind of reminds me of the NWO run in freaking WCW back in the day. Something always about the Brock Lesnar that I loved. I mean, even from, Here Comes the Pain. I mean, we're talking graphics that weren't the best. You felt every move he did. It's like the makers of this game, like, they really took their time with him. That they really wanted you to feel the impact of every hit that he gave. And this is what this game is. It makes you feel like that. And don't worry, guys, I'm going to put him through this beautiful table. Just going to kind of run him through a little bit. Last thing I need is a counter. Oh, look at that. He just clunked his head on that. That was awesome. Just love doing these super jumps. Now, I am going to tell you guys, when you play it on Extreme or whatever the hardest, a lot of the times they counter that too. So just stay tuned for that one. I always think you have to, like the SVR days, you just hit that whatever button, but it's not. You got to go through the whole motions. Here you go, guys. Look how awesome this looks. Sling. Right on the corner, too. So funny, because I know that doesn't make any crap of a difference, but yours truly always likes to think it does. We could leave him over there if we wanted, but kind of want to finish this like gentlemen, you know what I mean? I love those moves, my god. Suplex City. It's just so freaking awesome. And now look at this. It's about to go down. And you see, this is like the SVR days. You remember when the computer would not come in for like ever? That's what it feels like. You have to kind of just let him come, and then I would have just like to have a belly to belly release. I don't know why it's always so weird. And I always hate, rope breaks, because when you have two giant stars like this, look, anywhere they land, their foot's somehow going to reach the stupid ropes. It's like they made the ring too small or something. Love that fall away slam. Thing's a judo suplex, I should call it. Because I learned that in judo ages ago. There you go. And I love now, I want you guys to see this. Anyways, guys, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, hit that bell button, share it with everybody you know, make the family grow, comment down below. Just watch. Here you go. So where do you think you're going? I know I won. But, I need to make sure you never come back. Just staring at him. Love that. See what happens next over here. And, you just pretty much simulate the rest of it. And that about it. So I really like universe modes. Really cool. Definitely giving this a 9 out of 10. Really a bunch of fun. Wish my GM was more like that a little, but still my GM did an improvement. Anyways, guys, have a good one.